Guys, how are you doing? Now, Masters was last night. What a game, and so glad Sergio finally took down his first major. He really deserved it. What a ball striker, and I'm glad he's finally got one under his belt. I'm sure there'll be many more to come, so that was awesome. But something that I definitely took away from watching the Masters is how important the short game is. I mean, that's very obvious to say, but mine's nowhere near as good as it should be. I'm really striking the ball well now. I'm putting myself in great chances for birdie, and I'm just not holing it. And when I'm off the green as well, my up and down stats just aren't as good as they should be. So, bit different today. Not going to go and play. I'm going to basically show you guys how I'm going to practice over the next month. I've got first event coming up at Romsey, which I'm really looking forward to playing and showing you guys. But if I need to be contending properly and posting some decent scores on average, then the short game needs to be a lot better. So that is why today I'm going to show you how I'm going to be spending 2 hours a day on my short game every day, how I'm going to do it around my work, around my coaching, around obviously playing and practicing the other bits of my game as well, and how I'm going to manage it by using different drills, making sure that the 2 hours that I'm using every day on my short game is quality practice and not just quantity. So straight in it, you can see my shoddy cinematography right here, giving you an idea of where I practice my short game. Reasonably large green, 2 tiers as well, pretty good, I'm quite happy with it. So straight into the putting, I'm going to do 30 putts on the rail. I really love this training aid, gives you a great idea of where you're starting the ball and whether you're hitting a really true roll or not. You can pretty much do the same, just line a ball up with a marker. Make sure it's going end over end and you get a solid white or black line, I should say, over and around the golf ball. Then it's just going to be kind of the Dave Peltz test. So I haven't done a putting one yet. I have done a chipping one that you can see on my channel. So 33-foot putts, and the really important thing about this is that I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be writing down my scores every day, basically. So every day I do this, I'm going to be writing down my scores, ticking it away. How many putts did I hole from 3 foot? How many putts did I hole from 6 foot? How many putts did I hole from 9 foot? And so on and so on. I'm really uncomfortable with these kind of lengths at the moment with the 6 foot range. I'm starting to hit my wedges a lot better. I'm starting to get a lot more of these chances now in a round, and I need to be putting these away because the rest of the field will be, and I can't be allowing myself not to be making chances. Because I'm going to make bogeys. I'm not that consistent of a player. I'm going to make bogeys, but at the same time I'm quite aggressive and I can make quite a few birdies around. So as long as I'm giving myself a chance, I think that is the most positive thing. And hopefully by doing this over the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or throughout the year anyway, should give me a bit of a boost of confidence when I look back at my stats and go, actually, this is where I was at the start of April, and here, this is where I am now, May, June, July, and then so on. So you see me here, makeable putts here. That white, well, the rail I'm using, you can use anything, a golf club, flag, whatever. Basically, the goal is to be past the hole or in the hole, but not past there. So I'm giving myself a decent chance of at least giving it the hole a go, but it can't be going past the rail, and I'll be marking down how many holes, how many putts I've holed in 30 putts, and also how many I've hit too far past, because the 3-putt percentages can't be high this year. I need to bring those down. I was shoddy, or I was just awful last year. Even 4-putt territory as well last year as well. So again, that's got to stop. So straight into the chipping. This is very much, again, on the Dave Peltz test. 30 chips from 10 yards. And again, I'm going to be measuring it with inside 3 foot of the flag. How many am I hitting inside 3 foot of the flag? Because I would say that realistically, I should be getting up and down from that distance a lot of the time. Really, as well, is that you could putt this. I think there's a lot of times if I haven't got to go over much, I probably would putt a lot of these as well. But that's to be determined. I think 10-yard chips actually shows you how well you're striking it, rather than panicking, hitting them far past or short. It just shows how good your technique is and how confident you can be, rather than actually having to use a 10-yard chip in play a lot more often instead of, say, the putt. So a few 20-yard chips here. These are going to vary from week to week. I'll do some downhill ones, some uphill ones. And again, it's going to be within inside that 3 foot radius, which again is a very small target, but I think it needs to be a small target, because that's going to guarantee my up and downs. Here I've got a nice little flower bed that I'm able to chip over. I know you guys might not necessarily have this, but pick a flag, put a club down that's like 8 foot in front of the flag, and try and get it over the flag, over the club that you put in the ground or wave you put on the ground, and try and see how close you can get to the hole. So like there, for example, I've hit that perfectly. Just getting more confident from here, because you got to be like aggressive, but at the same time you don't want it going 20 foot out the back. So again, it's something that, and I've really tailored this short game like practice regime or whatever, which should take about 2 hours to complete. Really, for me, if for example you guys use a 7-iron a lot on the golf course and you do a lot of bump and running, well then put that into your practice routine. There's no reason for you to go outside of, if you'll never go use on the golf course, don't practice it. There's a reason I haven't got a flop shot here. I'm never going to hit a flop shot in a tournament, so there's no point me practicing it at the end of the day. I'm going to be a lot more confident just trying to bump and run it, or for whatever reason try and play a cute little chip shot. Here you see me hit my 50-yard shots, which isn't my strength at the moment, but definitely needs to be. A lot of these holes and courses that I'm playing are only going to be about 380 par 4s or 340 par 4s I should say, and they're going to be leaving me a lot of those 50-yard pitch shots into the green, which I need to be a lot more stronger. Now this is a great exercise, the chip in. How many balls does it take to chip in? Now the good thing about this is every time you do it, you've got to have a routine. You've got to go through your shot each time. And it's so frustrating because the amount of times that you'll just miss, just not get it in, and it has to keep you calm. So it took me 89. You saw how many balls I hit there. Loads, tons. Here, coconut shy. This is all about striking and pinpointing where you're landing on the green. So you see me here hit a few chips here. How many does it take you to complete the ladder? You have to hit it flush. You can't just bump and run it. It has to hit the ball flush on the tee, knock it off the tee peg. I actually did this relatively quickly. Only took me 19 goes, and you'll see me finish it off here, just hitting the last one. Again, this is all about pressure. This is all about trying to keep my patience and concentration. And now it's at this point I realised I didn't do an outro the day before, and I'm editing my video now, so here's the outro. So the idea is obviously to put myself in a pressured scenario. That's why recording the scores all the time is going to be really important for me, and also it gives me a measure of how well I'm playing. The like coconut shy game and the chip in challenge is to try and test my patience, obviously going through my routine all the time, and it's trying to put yourself in that tournament conditions, tournament scenario, rather than just hitting 3 balls on a chipping green and chipping to the nearest flag, because for me that's near on useless. I'm very good at doing that, but at the same time when I get in a tournament I'll start thinning and fatting a chip. So how do I start producing tournament conditions on the short game area? That's my plan now. I'm aiming to do this 5 days a week. I know I said I was going to do this every day. 5 days a week, 2 hours, that's 10 hours practice on the short game every week, fitting it around my 35 hours in the shop and 20 hours coaching, and then obviously trying to play 18 holes 3 times a week and so on and so forth. So it's obviously very action packed, but at the same time the sun has come out, it's lovely weather, I'm really enjoying the channel, I'm really enjoying doing these videos for you guys, and yeah, I'm loving it. It's a lot of hard work, but hopefully we can get that first W relatively soon and I can post something about that. So guys, let me know what you think about my short game session. Let me know if I should be doing anything else. Let me know if actually there's something that you think could benefit my short game sessions as well. Let me know. Guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. As always, please subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.